Welcome to the podcast that brings you a front row seat to how the future is being made. I'm Tara.
And I'm Neil. Today, we will share Niall Firth's 10 key breakthrough technologies as presented in SXSW 2025. That's right, they do this every year, highlighting the technologies they believe will have the biggest impact on our lives in the years to come. It's a way of giving you a glimpse of what's next so you can be better prepared.
Before we dive into the list, tell us a bit about MIT Technology Review.
It is owned by MIT and based on campus in Cambridge, Massachusetts. It started almost 125 years ago, making them one of the world's continuously published oldest magazines. Their mission is to help explain the future, turning facts into understanding. They skip the hype and focus on high-impact technologies, considering their commercial viability and both positive and negative effects.
And how do you share this information with the world?
They publish daily at technologyreview.com, offer free newsletters on AI, climate, and biotech, and have a daily newsletter called The Download. They also produce a cool print issue every 2 months, themed around big topics. They also have a narrated podcast where you can listen to their stories. Huge effort is put into accuracy with multiple layers of editing and fact-checking.
So, about this 10 breakthrough technologies list. How did it start and what's the process?
It began in 2001. Editors decided to make educated predictions about which technologies would profoundly impact the economy and people's lives. The process starts with every reporter and editor bringing ideas based on their insights. They debate, vote, and whittle down the list, ensuring a mix of lab breakthroughs, consumer tech, and deep tech.
And how good is the track record?
Pretty good. In 2001, they had data mining, which now underpins online advertising. In 2004, advances in natural language processing led to universal translation apps. 2009 saw intelligent software assistants, a precursor to today's AI agents. And in 2019, satellite megaconstellations like SpaceX's Starlink were on the list.
But they don't always get it right?
No, and in the spirit of transparency, they've had some misses. In 2005, they predicted airborne networks would replace ground-based air traffic control. 20 years later, we still have controllers. Social TV in 2010, platforms to watch shows with friends remotely, never really took off as envisioned, though second screening on social media is similar. Magic Leap, an augmented reality headset company, got a lot of buzz in 2015, but others like Apple have taken that tech further. And in 2016, SolarCity's Gigafactory, a massive solar panel plant, racked up billions in debt and was acquired by Tesla, with its solar roof panels also not panning out as expected.
Fascinating to see the hits and misses. Now let's get to the 2025 list. What's the first breakthrough?
First up, in space, the Vera Rubin Observatory. This massive new telescope in Chile, housing the largest digital camera ever built, will explore dark matter and other cosmic unknowns. Named after Vera Rubin, who found evidence of dark matter, its mission is to create the most detailed 3D map of the Milky Way and a time-lapse video of the night sky, helping us understand how dark matter shaped the universe. Next, generative AI search. Traditional search engines like Google and Microsoft are incorporating large language models, providing AI overviews. It's a huge shift in how we find information, potentially leading to useful AI agents. But these models can sometimes be wrong, as seen with the glue-on pizza incident.
And following on from that, you're looking at small language models.
Yes, while large language models are powerful, they're also big, unwieldy, and environmentally intensive. Small language models, with less training data and fewer parameters, are focused on specific tasks. They're more private, can be hosted on private servers, trained on company data, and are more efficient and less expensive. They can even work offline and run on phones. Smaller models trained on focused datasets can perform just as well for certain tasks. This is a boon for businesses and the climate, as they require less computing power and energy. Techniques like distillation, where a large model's capabilities are squeezed into smaller ones, are making this possible. Small models also travel well, running on devices without cloud requests, improving privacy and performance on slow connections. Small is the next big thing.
That's an incredible list, Neil. But I hear some technologies almost made the cut. What were they?
Virtual power plants. These digital systems manage power across the grid, linking solar cells, wind turbines, grid batteries, and EVs to reduce demand during peak times. There are already 500 in the US, but there weren't enough examples yet to make a big difference to the grid.
It sounds like a rigorous process.
Yes, every year they ask audience to vote for the 11th Breakthrough Technology, a People's Choice Award. The four options were
Projects using satellites to spot methane leaks from oil and gas facilities, making data public to hold companies accountable. Not new, but now widely available, these devices monitor blood sugar 24/7 for diabetics and can connect to insulin pumps for automatic delivery, dramatically improving quality of life. That's a fantastic overview, Neil. Thank you for sharing the 2025 10 Breakthrough Technologies list.
Thank you, Tara. And to the listeners, do check out technologyreview.com and subscribe to the download, the free daily newsletter, committed to giving you trusted, hype-free insights into the future of technology.
We have time for a couple of questions. Neil, what technology on the list do you think will have the biggest impact on the most people?
That's a great question. The HIV prevention meds have the potential for the biggest impact across the widest number of people, though cost and accessibility are obstacles. In terms of day-to-day life, generative AI search is the most immediate, changing how we interact with the internet, though it also raises issues for publishers.
Based on last year's list, what would you say didn't work?
Apple Vision Pro was on the list in 2024. It's incredibly cool tech, and with Apple's track record, they thought it would take off. It hasn't quite done that. You don't see people wearing them all the time. Perhaps it was too early, or a future version will be the true breakthrough.
Excellent. Neil, thank you so much.
My pleasure, Tara.